Hello, dear friends. We have seen some note making important points, finding the reliable resources, reading for comprehension, integrating the points, focusing on relevance. So, these are some important aspects we have seen in my last video, which are quite essential for note making. We have already learned the difference between note making and note taking. One more point is important regarding note making, and that is increasing readability. Increasing readability is an important point regarding note making. This is the most important aspect of note making. After all, why do we make notes? Why do we make notes is the basic question. And we must know the answer of this question. We make notes because we want to understand the given subject in an easier way. We want to understand the subject in an easier way. Suppose you feel or you think that this topic is a very difficult one, and if you want to simplify this difficult topic, you try to make notes. So we should make notes in our own words, not of other words or the words of other people. We should make notes in our own words so that the words and the language can be easily understood by you. We must resist the temptation to copy from the books or other resources. We should not copy anything from books and other resources. If you just copy down while making the notes, definitely that will be a difficult task to understand once again the notes written by you, because you just copied down all the notes. So this is not the method. Just the copy down and declare that I have prepared a note. So that is not the way to making notes. The notes must be in your own words. Develop your vocabulary for that. There are some methods of note making. Now let us study some methods of note making. There are many methods or styles of note making. There are various formats of note making as well. However, we shall consider some basic methods of note making. Some basic methods. There are various types of note making. We are not going to see each and every type of note making, but we will see some basic ways and methods of note making. First method is split page format. In this format, split page format, the page of a notebook is split into two parts or columns. The page of notebook in which you are trying to make a note, the page of notebook split into two parts or two columns. The first part comprises the original text, while the second consists of its summary. First part comprises original text as it is, and second part consists of its summary. Let us see one example. I'm going to read out original text first of all. The first part, split method. Original text. Alfred Nobel into bracket 1833 to 1896 bracket complete, was born in Stockholm, Sweden on October 21st, 1833. His family was descended from Rudbeck, the best known technical genius in Sweden in the 17th century, an era in which Sweden was a great power in Northern Europe. Nobel was fluent in several languages and wrote poetry and drama. Nobel was also very interested in social and peace related issues and held views that were considered radical during his time. Alfred Nobel's interests are reflected in the prize he established. If you want to go to the Nobel Prize on website, you can type in the search engine that https://www.nobelprize.org. Nobel Prize, spelling of Nobel Prize is NOBELPRIZE, full stop, org slash, where you can easily search about Nobel Prize. All the information is there. Now this is the original text and summary is given in another part of the page. The left and right. Left part consists of original text and right part of the page consists of summary. Now what is the summary? 1 point. You can give a number, you can give alphabet, you can just place a dot. Alfred Nobel, 1833 to 1896. Second point, place of birth, Stockholm, Sweden. Third point, fluent in several languages. Fourth point, wrote poetry and drama. Fifth point, also interested in social issues. And sixth point, established Nobel Prize. So these are only 6 points you pointed out from the passage of Alfred Nobel. But descriptive passage may be a long and lengthy one, but your notes should not be lengthy and long. That should be precise, perfect, proper and adequate. So original text, this is the split page format. The your page is splitted into 2 parts. One consists of original text and second consists of summary of that original text. Here we must notice that it is not necessary to include each and every point mentioned in the original text. There is more information about Alfred Nobel which is not just copied down in your summary. We may exclude the points that are not relevant to us. Exclusion, you must understand which points are important and which points are not important, not to be considered. This is the quite important quality you must have while making the notes, unless and until you are eligible or able to understand which are main points and which are subordinate. Then and then only you are able to make notes. Otherwise, some subordinate points you feel important, and that subordinate points you will taking down, that will be um, that will be very bad and inappropriate kind of note making. So we may exclude the points that are not relevant to us. Second point is diagram or flow chart. You might have learned flow chart at BSc Part First level. In this format, the information is presented in the form of diagram or some other pattern like a flow chart. For instance, the information about the types of literature or the types of trees. Here the tree diagram is given. I will show you this tree diagram. You can easily see here. This is the tree diagram, or you can call it a flow chart also. Somewhere in this point you can see the flow chart also, but this is the method of tree diagram. At the top in the square there is a sugar cane. The arrow showing below myling. Then there are two arrows showing two different ways: bagasse, combustor, and then energy. And another arrow is juice. Then a juice point has two more arrows. One is sugar production and then sugar, and another arrow is for fermentation, that goes forward to distillation, and then next step of the point is distillation point is bioethanol. So this diagram also beneficial for you to understand some important points in your note making. There are other methods also, but we will see other methods afterwards in my next lecture. Thank you.